Good evening everybody, and welcome to my Monday night stream of continuing the adventures of Samadan Plays WoW and my gold making journey. So let's see where we're at after this morning's sales. Is that cancels or is that? I think that's cancels. Must have forgotten to do those this morning. A few missing ones I forgot to put on. Whoops, that means they wouldn't have sold. But we do have 22,000 in sales, so that's good. We bought a righteous orb, so pick that up as well. I'll wait for the rest to come in, the other 3. In the meantime, let's get those missing auctions on. So we're up at 804,000 gold now. So that's really good. Really pleased about that. I'm going to start thinking about tokens and what they're like. Hey, Sub-Level B. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. How are you this fine Monday? Just going to put all these on. They look like they're going for a decent enough price. Looking at those. Oh, we've got a few follows there. Just getting home from work. Excellent. Now it's time to relax with a bit of WoW. I've just gotten home from work myself. So I'm going to have a bit of WoW time before my family comes back. And I can spend some time with them. Hey Sephorium, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Right, that's those on. Let's go check the mail and see what those other 3 were. Oh, they were cancels, so I'll take those off. So sales-wise, otherworldly bag, food, enchants, gift of haste. The cloak, gift of haste is selling. That's good. Rich purple silk shirt's not a great price. What's 617? It's still all right. So that's all right. Okay, let's open those up. And thank you to the follows. Croakscast, GM22, KZXF, Mosquito. Oh, I can't pronounce that one, sorry. T-Sin. There's loads of those. Thank you very much. Cheer 100, you've made over 50k in a week. Thanks to my shirt selling tips. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Sub-Level B for the cheer. That's extremely kind of you. I'm glad you managed to make some gold out of those shirts. The old Dalaran ones don't seem to have sold too much for me, but the odd one has. The tailoring ones in general, though, have done pretty well. What have I got to put on? Not a lot else at the moment. Okay. Dalarans are selling like crazy for you. Oh, excellent. I think last time I looked, they weren't so great. Let's have a look at my ledger. Revenue. Shirts you buy. So I've sold 3, 4, 5 of them since I've started. Who got Sam onto the shirts? I wonder, Sephorium. Might be one of your tidbits of advice, perhaps. You have certainly helped me out throughout my gold journey. Definitely, Sephorium. I have a lot to thank you for. So these ones have definitely turned enough of a profit, I would say. If I look at items, shirts you buy. So I have bought a few and then sold a few by the looks of things. They're a bit hit and miss, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I guess it depends on what someone's looking for. Yes, it's about 5 gold posting fees, I think, from what I looked at on the Undermine journal. Oh, Binding of Haste just sold. Could do with just checking our restocks, actually. Oh, we did have some food we needed to do. I didn't get round to doing that this morning. We'll do that after our enchants. I like how TSM4's updated the crafting window now. We've got the extra bits down here, and crafts and groups are in 2 separate sections, which is really handy. It saves you 1 click. What are we on? Tailoring. Crafts. Restock. Yeah, we've got a few things here. Because of the vendor price being high, yes, exactly, Sephorium. You got to watch out for those vendor sell price. Pornista got you making crowns with dual crafting. Okay, and done very well with the playable races. Yes, I heard Brig mentioning the crowns are doing well. So yeah, that's a definite good one as well. Okay, we need to gather some stuff here. So let's start gathering. And move this over. Do we need any intermediate crafts? Yeah, we do need a few. So I'll select those, go back to there. Right, off to the guild vault to collect our things. Notice Love is in the Air event has started now. Haven't really done anything myself on that. I'm just focusing on the gold making. Not really inclined to get myself one of the Love rocket mounts. Maybe once I've done all the other things I want to do. But at the moment, I'm... oh, I've got some hexweave in the bank, have I? Okay, need to pick that up.
Hello.
And let's gather that up then. Is it in the reagent bank, I wonder? Must be... somewhere. No. Must have been in the regular one. Ah, there it is. My stash of hexweave.
See you around.
It was like a 25-minute queue when you tried last night. They said screw that. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Bear Tartar's selling. I think I might need to get some more from my bank to put on. Looking at that. Right, okay, we need some bolts making. Now, when I tried this morning with the latest TSM, searching wasn't working. So let's test this again. Crafting, crafts, bolt. Yeah, that seems to have not done anything. Okay. Let's try again. Yeah, I don't think that's quite working. This filter's working. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Ah, there's the crash I was expecting. Tried searching tailoring. There we go. Excuse me. Right, let's give this another go. I just think I was going to have to find the bolts manually, or I could use the just the regular interface. That will help. Just so I can get through and get these done. Right, where are we at? Okay. Right, gather window's still up, thankfully. So back to tailoring. And go to the regular UI. And we'll do a search here. The bolt. There we go. Okay, so bolt of mage weave. Create 4. Bolt of woolen, we need 2. Create those. And linen, we need 5. And then ember silk. Where's ember silk? There it is up there. We'll take 7 of those. There we go. We can at least get our intermediate crafting sorted. And then we can switch to the regular TSM and finish off our shirts that we need. There we go. Right, blue linen shirt. What's the profit? Based on old API data, 8,000 profit. A lot of that's going to be in the hexweave bag and the silkweave satchels. These other shirts are just going to be supplementary. But still useful. Otherworldly bags, a good one. It does seem to be ticking through. Silkweave satchels is our good seller at the moment. So we can put those on, and then we'll go back to cooking. I'll post these up first, and then I'll come back to it. I think that's probably the best option. Yeah, there's not a massive profit there, 300 per item, but they do seem to sell in large quantities, as we found out the other day, so I'll definitely want to keep these supplied. Right, let's go for the middle one tonight. Okay, post scan. So grey woolen shirt, blue linen shirt. Satchels are at 836. That's an okay price, really. Tuxedo pants at 2,000, that's good. Hexweave bags have got up to 2,999, so they have increased in price for him. You are right about the demand. It has pushed the price up by a good 500 on my server. So I'm just going to tick through one at a time on that one. You post a link for me to check out? Of course. Sub-level B. Right, those are done. Now let's head back. Actually, let's do Enchanting first. What have we got here? Oh, that's a whole load of stuff there. Sub-level B, let's put it over here. That's a lot. Let's just make this bigger so we can see that. There we go. That's a lot of shirts. Wow, that's amazing. Those are some pretty good sales there, Sub-level B. I'm impressed. Definitely a good one there. Just goes to show what you can do when you start experimenting with markets and you have some great advice. Okay, so looking at groups, major sellers, restock, just one gift of haste. Okay, interesting. Well, let's do that one. Put it on. Run and post scan. Is that because my enchants are all tied up, I wonder? Haven't had any sales, perhaps. Check my auctions. Bear Tartar's the one that sold, and that was the ring binding of haste there. So we should have some restocks to do. Let's have another look. Go back to groups. Go back to major sellers, restock. No, probably could be an API difference there. Thinking that it's too much of a difference. Let's go do cooking. Can do that one for sure. Oh, excuse the lag as we open up cooking. I can't see where I'm running now. So I do one thing at a time. Right, now we're in one place. Food. Restock selected groups. Loads and loads here. So go to gathering, start gathering. Intermediate crafting, yes, we need all of this. Hopefully we've got everything. Labor ribs, go back to gathering. collect all of that up. Wait for that to go through. This is where things slow down a little. Let's go searching through my mess of a bank to try and collect all the bits it needs. I wonder if it's faster if I reorganise it. Good evening, Detonite. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight. Salt and pepper shank again. That's the one that isn't coming up, so let's make sure we do that in our list. So go to our crafting and our crafts. Interesting, that still says the groups there. Groups, back to crafts. Have to kind of click 3 times now. That's slightly not quite what I'd want. Right, what do we need? Fair enough, fizz. Times 5. Queue those. Labor ribs. Times 4. I need to just check my muscle memory here, because I'm used to clicking in different places. Barracuda, we want 5 of. Queue those. Drogba style salmon, 4. Pickled shal'dorei. Where's that? There it is. 5. And spiced rib roast. There, another 5 of those. And Suramar surf and turf. There it is. Take 4 of those. Thank you, Nutella Day, for the host. Very kind of you. Koi scented shal'dorei. We need 6 of those. Did I just miss one? I did. I missed the deep fried mossgill, which is up there. We need 6. We need 5 of those. Click that down. Queue that. That's a big queue of cooking stuff. Luckily, we've got our old hat to do this. Hi Z, thanks for stopping by. So the other thing is salt and pepper shank we need. Probably could do with making, what's that, 5? Let's queue 5 up and see if that's enough. Right. Now, with our big list of stuff here, let's pop a fire down. And off we go. Right. Koi scented. Done. In a jiffy. Fighter chow. Then we have to skip those until we've done the intermediaries. Deep fried mossgill. Salt and pepper shank we need to collect. More lean shank it looks like. Let's do everything else first. And then we can fill the gap with our cooking. Big profits it's showing there, 25,000. Obviously I think those prices are based on old API values, but still, if we can get anywhere close to that. Excuse me. We can hopefully make some good money with cooking. Barbecue ribs. I am looking forward to the API being back though. I do miss it, having reliable prices. Luckily a lot of mine stuff is based on crafting cost or average purchase price, so I can bypass it mainly, but still it's nice to have that extra. Right, is that? Oh, I need to click each of these individually. Crowns are about 7k to make on your server. Okay. And add that to what you've done so far. Wow, okay. So, having a look at this. What have you got? Let's click that bigger, smaller, bigger again. Okay, that's brilliant. Wow. 10. That's 14,000. So that's double profits on that last one. That's pretty good. Wow, some good prices there. Is that 33,000? Looks like. Wow, even better. Wow, some good profits there. Sub-level B. Right, where are we at? We need to visit the guild vault to pick up the last bits. Gather up those. Yeah, it's always nice when you get some good sales like that. Kind of makes you believe you're doing it right. Right, last lot, hearty feasts. Now that we've done everything, should be able to quickly snaffle these up. And that will be our cooking done. Let's move it back over here into the middle. Right, we need to get these back on the auction house. See if we can get some sales. I mean, it's a Monday, so I expect a few sales, potentially. Let's post them all up. Right, auctioning, run post scan. There we are. This will take a little while to run through. Right, what else have we got in our mental list of things to do? We've got... why is my game lagging? That's a good question, Nitsu. It's down to poor Mr. Potato. My PC is extremely low spec with very little RAM, and normally in WoW it's not too bad, but obviously I'm trying to stream at the same time and my graphics card is shall we say not the best, and so it's struggling a little bit. So apologies for the lag. It's kind of like par for the course with my poor PC. Hopefully I'll have to have that rectified soon, once I save up enough money for another graphics card. Then it should be a lot better then. Right, so we've done those. How are we doing for ley lights? Doesn't look like we've got any on us at the moment. Where are they? No. Okay, we might have to make some ley lights. Let's do... Okay, what we'll do is we'll do a bracer shuffle. Pick up some ley lights. Close that one down. Switch to WoW UI. And... Silkweave bracers, we need to pick up a load of silk, which is all in the guild vault. Okay. Right, off we go. To the guild vault. Okay, do I have somewhere... Do I live somewhere in Eastern Asia by any chance? No, I don't, Nitsu. I'm in the UK here. Hey, Unholy Pally, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well tonight. Let's pick up a load of silk. That one. Let's do another one. Server, I am on the EU server Shadow Song, which is a pretty low pop server, to be honest. But it's the one I've been on since vanilla. I've never really changed. So it's kind of home to me. It always has been. I can't imagine actually moving permanently to another server. You'd upgrade CPU and RAM over GPU if I'm looking for an overall performance increase. Obviously GPU will be a cheaper upgrade, but you've got to budget right. So you've got to budget right, but you'll notice more with the CPU. Yes. That's true. The CPU would be helpful, but I would be, I think, like you said, it's cheaper to get a GPU first, and I can get more bang for my buck with a GPU, especially as it's doing the MVEC encoding as well, which takes the pressure off the CPU. And then, yes, definitely, I think more RAM would be the next thing to do, because I've only got 4 gigabytes at the moment. And then, yes, then it would be a whole CPU, motherboard, RAM upgrade, which is obviously more expensive, which is a future upgrade down the line. Saw my picture, I'll set up us on the floor. Is it common for people there to do that? No, it's not very common, Nitsu. It's just me being in my living room, and this is kind of like our family PC, where we watch TV and we do everything here, so I just happen to find it comfortable, and so it's quite nice just to sit on the floor. Slightly unconventional, I know. Right, we were going to do tailoring braces, so let's swap over to regular UI and do our braces, create all, whilst we also do a shopping scan. Let's move TSM destroy over a little bit. There we go. Oh, there we go. Right, shopping, good stuff, cloth and leather. Run a shopping scan. I was talking about people in Asia, but you get it now. Well, I think it's very common in Japan now, Nitsu, isn't it, for people to sit on the floor using floor cushions. I don't know about other areas of Asia, but yeah, it's I should try it out. It's quite nice. Helps you keep your posture vertical. "51 pages, is that too many? Have I got something else in here? Hold on, let's just check that. Yes, I have got my enchant selected. Let's deselect that. There we go, that's better. I'll run a shopping scan on that. 34 pages is more realistic. Oh, there's some chaos crystals there for 359, actually. Before we do anything more, let's just snap those up, because those are going to be useful. Where are we at with chaos crystals? We've got 861 with a 346 average purchase price. So 50 at 359 is going to be decent enough for me for now, for my stock levels. I might even pick up the 7 and the 14 and the 15 there. How many does that give me? 947. I'd like to get over 1,000 ideally. So let's take the cheapest. And then the next lot. And then how many does that take us up to? 959. Okay, could do with a few more. It looks comfy. You're standing up yourself. That's another good option, isn't it, Detonite? Definitely. You're getting a stand-up desk. Alright, I'm gonna... Ooh, I didn't mean to be destroying that. I'll use the regular... That's the problem when you're doing two things at once. Let's take that. I'm going to leave those two, actually, so I can just pick up a few... How are we up to? 990. A couple more. It takes us to 1,000 exactly. There we go. Okay, we want those definitely. Okay, how are we doing? Doing okay with those. So let's destroy these. I think I might have to rerun TSM destroy. There we go, and then we can use the wheel mouse to destroy next on each of these. Or we should, in theory. Okay, it doesn't appear to be working. Now it is. Okay, there we go. We're in business. We'll let this run through, get ourselves a few ley-like shards. And hopefully a few Bloods of Sargeras at the same time. This is going to be required for our enchanting. Oh, there's a chaos crystal there, that's good. It always helps keep the chaos crystal price down. Oh, there's another one, excellent. What else do I need to do after this? Just thinking my normal routine stuff at the moment. I did know me work orders this morning, so we're okay with those. Haven't oh, someone's bought a Binding of Haste. That's good. Haven't done any garrison stuff in a while, and we do need to keep working on the old Draenor flying. Not sure how much time I'm going to have to do that tonight. I've only got probably about another half hour or so. You play it on Kazakh. The price of Chaos Crystals are about 150 gold right now. Wow, that's amazing, Detonite. I wish I had prices like that. I did have prices like that ages ago. They've just skyrocketed since 735 came out. And the last raid, basically, just sent everything skyrocketing. And it hasn't settled down since then. Oh, there's a blood there. So how does one make this much gold? Do I farm or flip? I do neither, Nitsu. I do crafting. So my main professions are enchanting, which I've got running here, and I supplement that with tailoring, and I've got another character that has leatherworking purely for the braces, and then I also supplement that with cooking, which is really good for just kind of like filling the gaps. And that's how I make all my gold, is literally selling enchants, the Legion enchants that is, and a few other bits and pieces, a few tailoring bits and pieces, and that's basically it. It's because it's a high pop realm, so all the goblin strategies are exaggerated. And the markets are upside down. Okay, that's interesting though. Every server is a bit different. You got the real goblins, the art time goblins, the idiot goblins who jump in and crash your markets. Okay. I pretty much buy the materials, Nitsu. I buy chaos crystals because it's the only way to really get them in massive quantities. Although I do supplement that with as much nether shards as I can get hold of with either invasions or the class order hall mission, because that gets you quite a few chaos crystals. And then Leylight and Arcana I get from doing what I'm doing here, disenchanting braces, either the tailoring ones here, the silkweave braces, or the leatherworking equivalent braces, which I've got on my Demon Hunter. Which reminds me, he's got a load that he needs to do. Need to go back and do those at some point. Hey, Drop Pencil, thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight. Right, let's get this last two done. And that should at least give us a few ley lights. 73. We've got 42 in the bank as well, so that's not too bad. Do I buy the cloth? Yes, I do. I pretty much do a little shopping scan as often, pretty much every time I'm on. And here at the moment, the price is at 6.75, so that's quite expensive because my average purchase price is 5 gold 28. So as I've still got 2,700 silk, I'm not in any rush to buy any more at this price. What I'll do is I'll come back and I'll check again another time and then see if I can pick up some for more like sort of 6 or 5 gold is my normal. And then the same with where is it? Stonehide leather. Now on my realm this is usually more expensive, but occasionally you do find it cheaper. Like here for 5 gold 40, in which case I'd buy leather instead of silk. So I'm going to buy up that lot of 200, the definite and the 20. I might even be tempted to buy up this lot here. It's making gold is about persistence. Yes, that's exactly right, Z. And just learning your market, because all the servers are different. Ah, hi Magicas, thanks for stopping by the stream. Find how you want to make it and stick to it. It won't appear to make you anything for a while, then it'll start climbing. Absolutely. I mean, if you look at my gold from just this past month, when I completely exhausted my reserves back down at the beginning, that's where I started in January, and this last month, with persistence and consistency, I've climbed up to where I'm at now, which is 807,000 gold. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I've got liquid gold, which is capital, which allows me to do shopping as often as I can, just to find the good things. For instance, this stonehide leather, I can go, okay, well, I can afford to buy all 76 stacks of 5 here and not worry about it. So I'm going to buy all of these. There's a couple of sales that came in then. I think it was a haste. And with this stonehide leather, I'm going to send it to my demon hunter. Right, what have we got? How are we doing? Is that everything? Right, we're going to leave those 4 on. And then I'm going to just bypass that and take these 30 here of 5. And another 16. There we go. I'll take that last one as well. So now I've got a total of 9,600 stonehide leather, which is just waiting to get made into braces on my demon hunter. So what I'll do is open up all this mail and then I'll send it on over to Earthen, my demon hunter extraordinaire, and he can do the making of the braces and then send it back to Samadan and do the disenchanting. Actually, Earthen's now an enchanter as well, so he could do the disenchanting himself now. Should I do a reload? Yes, let's do a reload. If you excuse me coughing, got a little bit of a cold tonight. With the added benefit, it does make my voice rather gravelly, so there's always a silver lining to the cloud. Haggis Turtle, thanks for stopping by. You bought stonehide leather the other day, and crafted items for Legion are exactly selling really nicely because all the allied races are trying to bump up to high enough to do LFR, so they'll buy things that the established characters wouldn't touch. That's a good point, Haggis Turtle. People are buying the crafted gear again. I believe the tailoring's getting the same treatment. I haven't tried it myself yet though. You mean the API being down dropped? Yes. Well, how did you guys handle the drought between add-ons? Okay. Sorry, I missed your the drought between add-ons. Pretty much, I sort of I kind of make do as best I can. Drop pencil, which is a good point of trying to make sure you understand the market underneath the add-on, and then you can kind of understand what's going on. I've certainly found that with my small area, very, very small area of expertise. Oh, there goes the Hexweave bag. I heard several engineering items of 10k. Crowns have been going. Yep, I heard crowns are doing quite well. And Nexus is going for 10 to 20. Yeah, definitely. I think there's definite rise in the crafted gear. I haven't tried it myself because the thing that puts me off with tailoring is the massively high posting costs. So I've kind of steered clear of crafting anything more for a while because I made some cloaks ages ago and they just took forever to sell. The raid goods have gone a bit downhill. Feast and Flask really dropped off for you, and enchants are going cheap because there's such a supply of chaos crystal. Interesting. Mine is still going okay at the moment. But yes, I have heard that on other realms. It would make sense really because people aren't raiding so much. And they're busy leveling their characters. But I think on this server I'm still getting good food sales, and I'm still getting Legion enchant sales. So it hasn't hit me yet, but it's something to bear in mind that it probably will hit me soon. Then I have to make sure that I'm enough diversified to be able to do something about it. Right, let's get all these chaos crystals through. Kind of been pushing into luxury items for the late expansion. Panther mounts, glyphs. Yeah, that's a good one. I know the panther mounts seem to do well consistently. Now we need to TSM groups, male selected groups, and that'll send all our leather over to our demon hunter. Replica items have been moving pretty well for some reasons. Okay. Okay, so same as you then, Drop Pencil. Yes, I think so. It's basically you. There's no real. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. There's no real cure for it other than waiting for things like the API to come back and the add-ons to get updated. Right. Where did we get to? We sold some stuff. And we could do with a full shopping scan. We didn't do that. Let's let that run. Excuse me a minute, just have to blow my nose. Toys and holiday items are going pretty well too. Yeah, I think those could be good ones as well, Haggis Turtle. Basically, it sounds like you've got loads of different areas of the market covered. With that much diversity, I'm sure you're probably making a good chunk of gold. Right. Okay, so let me just turn this down a bit. Right. Mage weave cloth. Obviously. Ooh, that was interesting. Eternal auction error. Let's go somewhere else. Try that again. I did spot mage weave cloth was quite cheap there. Is that some more chaos crystal that's just come on cheap? Does look like it. Oh, Leylite shards for 40 gold. That's not bad, considering my mat cost is about 48 gold. You switched out of transmog entirely. You had loads of stuff there, and you let it all go at 20%. Yeah, I've never gotten on with transmog, but that's just me. Obviously, I'm on a low pop server, so it's never going to shift that quickly. I can't imagine it being that profitable. Unless people are wanting to collect things now, do more vanity things, as they've got a bit more time in the game. So I guess it's very much server dependent. Oops, sold a binding of haste. That's good. Right, so let's see if we can get everything. Well, jade's still expensive there. 635. Right, there's some definite cheap stuff here. How are we for mage weave? Could probably do with a bit of it, so let's buy out a whole load of mage weave. It's gone a little bit slow, so I'm just gonna let that run through. Posting 2,000 items a day is just a lot of work. Yeah, that is true. It does take a while. Yes, I think the trick with Panthers is the same as many things, like even the Enchanting, is getting the materials cheap, which is when it helps to have a decent amount of liquid gold. Alright, going to buy a whole load of this. How are we doing numbers wise? Yeah, that's a lot more healthy looking. Might as well just scrape this up, because people are levelling through the old world content and have loads of old cloth. I'm sure I'll make use of this in some other way. find some nice crafted gear to make. Let's make the last one. Linen supplies, over 1,000. Wool is 1,000. Frost weave, oh, we don't have a lot of frost weave. So let's pick some of that off. Scan for all the mats you use every time you log on, and have a, if it's below X, you buy it rule for each of them, whether you want it or not. So if someone posts 800 Spirits of Harmony at 160, you're buying all of them, even if you're low on it. Even if you're not low, rather. That's true. Although you could set a maximum number to them, even if it's a really large number, like 5,000. So you could stop yourself from completely going crazy on it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing here, although I'm probably a bit more careful with my purchasing. Is it a bad thing I'm being too tight and not buying your toons good sized bags? Not at all, Z. It's all about cost effectiveness. That's what makes a good goblin. So I think that's actually a good thing. Right, okay, let's have a look at this frost weave. That's the one expense you'd rather not spend when you can level your own tailor soon enough. Yes, exactly. And you do get a decent it's quite easy to get the silkweave satchels done with tailoring. Right, I think we're going to have to buy this lot of 100. It's going to be a bit annoying. Your Death Knight has full 32 slot scribe bags, but he still has his 12 slots from the start area. It's not much of an expense. No, it's not massive, but I do hate spending gold. That is true, unless I get something for a bargain. If you have a large amount of liquid gold, buy the big bags, particularly if you have a lot of items to post. It does save you time. The only other character bags are, then it goes your warrior with 16's nether weave. Okay, that still seems okay, I think. As long as you, like Haggis was saying, not running around too much. Right, I think I've probably got enough frost weave now. For now. I was only 188 though. Could have done with more. What's my average? 1 gold 38. Okay, that's fine. Let's pick up these bigger numbers here. Buy those. And buy the 100. And then the 2 of 50 and the 1 of 104. That should give me some decent numbers. Yeah, now up to 692. That's much healthier. Anything else? Essence of Undeath is looking a little low. And seeing as that's 7 gold cheaper, we'll buy those. Your liquid gold is just settling and starting to grow. You've been stockpiling a lot till now. Yeah, I think getting that base liquid is a good thing, Z. You just passed 10 mil again today. Wow, that's pretty amazing, Haggis. I'm not surprised given the amount of diversity you said you were in, so that's awesome. That is my next goal, really, is gold cap. I think that's going to be fun. Got loads of silk. Essence of Undeath. Do we need any more? Let's have a look. Let's just expand this out. Oh, there's not that many of them. So let's get them whilst they're cheap. But leave one lot on to keep the price down. You always stockpile Sephorium and buy mats you don't even use. Yes, I think that's kind of like the hoarder mentality, isn't it? Whenever the price is right. Absolutely, that's what I'm doing here. If I see something for a good price, like here, Leylight Shard, it's got to be worth buying. I'm going to buy that 7, and I think, how are we doing? 48. Let's take quite a few of these. Keeping gold liquid depreciates at about 8% per month, according to some math. Want to buy gold posted. The thing is, once you hit 10 mil, you should be looking where to put it. Yes, that's true. There's no point at staying as liquid. it does help to have it put somewhere. Oh, what was that? Failed to find the auction. Okay, let's try a few of these ones then. Try not to keep a large stockpile of mats, but every time your gold amount starts creeping up, it comes there. Oh, I need mats if you want to continue. So you buy a bank tab full of Dreamleaf. Yeah, if it's a good mat, it's going to be worth buying. Yeah, because if you think you're going to use it, you only keep 1 million. Everything above gets converted in balance. To be honest, yeah, that's a good thing. Drop pencil is make sure that you've got your balance, actual real world money balance capped, which is where I'd like to be next. I think I'd like to have more real money. You can start converting to Battle.net currency again. You're down to $230 because you bought Battle for Azeroth. So cap that first. Yes, definitely. I think that's the main priority, is get that capped, and then everything else on top of that. Right, there's loads of Leylight here at a decent price. So I'm going to just keep on buying some. Then for the next safest place to put it is in the 10 tokens, which you want to store in an alt. Yep, I'd agree with that too. I'm going to leave a couple of these actually, because someone's put a wall up, which I'm not sure I want to break down for the moment. But those are slightly more tempting. 46.35. I'm at 46.06. Need more than 1 million. You can spend most of that sometimes when deals are posted. Yeah. I think it depends on how much you're buying, doesn't it, Sephorium? So you're on Wormrest Accord. Okay. Right, I'm gonna 46. I mean, that's 2 gold per item, so that's 200 gold difference. That's 600 gold more expensive. So actually, I'm going to take the wall instead. Looking at that, it's more value to me. I'm not going to buy. I think I'm going to leave it and get anything under 45. So I'll just break the wall down of this. I think it's probably the best. Comfortable in the 4 to 5 mil range. Yeah, I think that sounds like a healthy number. Healthy enough so that you're free to spend if something good comes up. But you're not also just hoarding liquid gold. There's so many ways to make gold, and everyone's at a different level, which is amazing to see. Right, how are we doing? Okay, another 31 of these. Spending a lot of my money at the moment. We're down to 762. Oh, you feel happy when your liquid is above 60k? Yeah, see, I think that's a good place to start, definitely. If I think, what if this decision goes wrong? That's a good amount of your capital. That means your liquid is too low. Yes, basically that means that you don't have enough reserves to not be flexible. Alright, this is going to fill my mail up no end. Alright, I'm going to take these. I'm going to take the 31 as well, because this saves me a lot of disenchanting. So I use Leylights. I'll always use Leylights. So whilst I can get them for 45 or less, it's actually cheaper than silk at the moment, given my current prices. Right, there we are. I think I might have accidentally bought one of those 100 ones. Whoops. Okay. You need to get your Dreamleaf milling spreadsheet calculator for me. I think you're losing out on too much. Okay. I haven't looked into that, so I couldn't advise you, Z. Oh, Shaver's got a sheet apparently. Okay. Real power of having enough gold when it's low. You second guess your decisions too much, and the times you make a bad decision hurt too bad. Having enough liquid give you the confidence to make moves. Yes, I'd definitely agree with that, Haggis. You know, off the top of your head, 15 dream is about 5 gold. That's a good thing about doing stuff regularly enough. You do get the figures in your head. I'm the same with Stonehide or Silk and Chaos Crystals. I know what's good for me and what isn't. Like Arcana at 17, I probably wouldn't touch because I know I can get it for more like 15. Right, I think we've got enough shopping done. Oh, we haven't looked at cooking ingredients actually. Back we go. Cooking ingredients we need to look at. That was separate. Because we need to make sure we've got enough stock. You buy Dreamleaf under 13 if you're low, and under 10 forever if you're not. I guess it depends on your server prices. I guess being a high pop, you're definitely going to get that. Not in Legion content yet, so you mill Dreamleaf for Roseate to trade down and just sell the Sallow Raw. Okay. Not one I know about, Z, so let's rely on Sephorium to answer that one. What have we got? Wildfowl eggs. Got loads of those. Mossgill perch, we've got a fair amount. Lean shank we could do with. So let's see if we can snap up a few of these. Especially all these cheaper ones. More at 1 gold something. You haven't messed your price sources, it's acquiring it from the Roseate price. Okay. A bit like what I do with my professions. 61 of 10. What am I looking at price wise? 157. Okay, yep, I'll take those 61. Oh, there's loads here at 121. I'll definitely be buying those. So I can take everything up to there. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to take this huge chunk here. And then I'm going to leave the small numbers. And then I'm going to take the rest. That's what I do. The Roseate's value personally at 5. Since Shal'dorei is 1 gold per. Same for Dreamleaf. Okie dokie. You're talking markets I don't know yet myself. So it sounds like you've all got a handle on it, which is awesome. Right, let's buy those 3. And then I'm going to buy that one. And then I'm going to buy the 16 of these. Lean shank's really useful. I'll need that for my work orders. At this price I can definitely buy it up. One, 2, 3. Last ones. Right. We have bought loads of stuff now. What else could we do with getting shal'dorei? Yeah, that looks like it could be doing. Big gamey ribs. All lay blood's a bit low. How much lay blood can we pick up? What do we want it under? 297. So we'll take the 5 of 20. And we'll also take the 1 of 49. What was the price? 298. Anything under 3 gold really, so we want that 70. Let's take all these. Oh, sorry, I missed up on the chat. Keep an eye on Fellwort, starting buying. Okay, it's a Fellwort mills to Sallow. I think when I get into that market, I'm just going to have to put all down into a massive brain chart and try and work out how that all works. Right, okay. How are we doing? You have bought absolutely loads of stuff, which is brilliant because the prices are good. So I'm happy with that. Right, that. Let's leave a few of these lay bloods. Any more I can scrape up that's under 3. I'm going to take the 2 4s. Buy that one, and I'm going to buy that one. How many lay bloods does that give me? 360. Still not as much as I'd like. Be tempted to pick up those 2, but they're above price at the moment, so I'll come back to those another day. Foxflower, we've got pretty much a decent amount of all the other stuff. So I'm going to leave that. Gamey ribs, storm rays a little bit low. What can we pick up there? 2 of 200. What are we looking at price-wise? 14.90. Okay, we'll definitely pick those 2 then. And the rest will leave. There we go. Okay, you don't mess the previous content glyphs because the prices are pretty consistently crashed. Okay. Easy enough to make 500%. Well, 500% sounds good to me, see? Big gamey ribs. We could do with some of those at that price. How many have we got? We're at 19. So I'm going to take that 5. I'm going to take the 9. I'm going to take another 5. That one, and then that 5. Not going to take the 200 at 32. That's definitely not worth doing. Right, I think we're done with the shopping there. Right, that's going to be a whole load of stuff in the mail. So I'm going to open all that up. Probably going to fill our bags up, I imagine. All that stuff. That was a good shopping session then. We managed to pick up loads of things that are going to help with... I'm going to have to do a load of reloads here. Most in the region of 2,500. Okay. Except when they crash. But when they crash, 200%, it's still in profit, so you bear with it. Okay. Too many units do a proper reset on the glyph market. The other bit is you had to do a cost versus time investment analysis a while back. Yes, that is a good point with the cost versus time. It's a tricky one. Good evening, Safiri. I hope you're doing well. Oh, that also sounds like my family's back. So, I am going to probably end the stream there. Sorry about your timing, Safiri. But now that my family's back, I'm going to say hello to them. So, thank you everyone for hanging out and discussing everything. It's been a very nice thing. Sorry, Siri. Have to catch it up on the VOD. No worries, exactly. So, thank you everyone for hanging out on the stream. It's been awesome. We've got some good purchases and some good sales today. And interesting conversations going on, which is great to see. So, thank you everyone, and I shall see you next time. I think probably Wednesday, so I'll see you then. So, good night and farewell.